Ted Cruz, Republican from the state of Texas, joins me now. Mr. Senator, how come the border's being ignored these days?
Well, because Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and the Democrats want an open border. They've made a political decision that they look at the 6.6 million illegal immigrants that have come into this country since Biden became president, and they view every one of them as a future Democrat voter. And sadly, they've made a very cynical decision that they're willing to look the other way to the dead bodies that are piling up year after year after year, the people who die crossing, the women who are sexually abused by the human traffickers, the children who are brutalized by the human traffickers. They're willing to turn a blind eye to the more than 100,000 people who died last year of drug overdoses. 2/3 of it was from Chinese fentanyl coming across our southern border. And as you just noted, just in the month of April, 16 individuals on the terror watch list, more than all 4 years of the Trump presidency in 1 month. And by the way, when Biden was asked about the border, he laughed and said, "Oh, it's not as bad as you thought it would be." Well, you know what? 16 terrorists coming into this country that we know of in 1 month, that is a serious problem, and it's caused by this president.
Here's something else which appears to be swept under the rug. It's a major story, but it's not getting traction. The Durham report revealed that Obama and Biden were well aware of Hillary Clinton's plans to implicate Donald Trump in the Russia hoax, yet this too is being ignored. I don't get it, Mr. Senator.
Well, Stuart, you're exactly right. The Durham report is stunning. As you know, I do every week a podcast, Verdict with Ted Cruz, 3 days a week. With the last podcast we did yesterday does a deep dive into the Durham report. The Durham report chronicles how there was no evidence of collusion. When the investigation began, not only that, the FBI and the Department of Justice both knew that the Steele dossier, which was a fabrication, it was a fiction, was bought and paid for by Hillary Clinton and the DNC. It was political oppo, but it was an oppo smear with no basis in fact. And I got to say, it is heartbreaking as an alumnus of the Department of Justice to see DOJ, to see the FBI having been so politicized and weaponized, first under Barack Obama, then with hard partisans burrowed into career positions. Under Trump, they waged war against the Trump presidency. And now under Joe Biden, it is out in the open, and we have FBI whistleblowers coming forward one after the other, describing how today, under Joe Biden, they are treating the FBI as the political enforcement arm of the DNC.
Mr. Senator, you've dealt with the border, you've dealt with the Durham report. Now I want you to deal with Bud Light. Quite a switch, I understand, but you're pushing for an investigation. What has you so worried about Bud Light?
Well, look, that's exactly right. I have to say, in the last month or so, I don't think I've seen a major company so alienate a major portion of their customer base. It just seem to so misunderstand who it is that drinks Bud Light. But I also am very concerned. So in the last few days, I joined with Senator Marsha Blackburn and sent a letter to the CEO of Anheuser-Busch, who is also the chairman of the Beer Institute. The Beer Institute is the industry regulatory body that regulates beer sales. And in particular, what our letter focused on is their marketing agreement with Dylan Mulvaney, aside from being foolish marketing, was also, I believe, clearly targeting children. And there are strict constraints on the beer industry not to market to children. Remember the whole Joe Camel thing? Well, here, Dylan Mulvaney on TikTok, on Instagram, has millions of children following. And not only that, you look at Dylan Mulvaney's entire pitch. There's a whole series Dylan Mulvaney's done of Days of Girlhood. There's another series where Dylan Mulvaney sings, "I am Eloise and I am 6 years old." There's another video that has 7.1 million views where Dylan Mulvaney goes shopping for Barbie dolls. Now all of that, those are not targeting adult drinkers. Those are targeting teenagers, or with Barbie dolls, even younger preteens, which is directly contrary to the rules governing the marketing of beer. And so we're calling on the Beer Institute to investigate the degree to which Anheuser-Busch made a business decision that they wanted to market to children because they thought they could earn profits from doing so.
Mr. Senator, you've covered it all. Congratulations, and thanks very much for being with us this morning. See you again soon, sir. Got it.
Thank you, Stuart.
All right.